friends, it's Kathy Clement with Kathy by Design, and I'm back with part 2 of my tiny studio tour. And for this, I kind of want to focus on tips and tricks that I've used to make this small space function for me. Right here by my front door of my studio is a file cabinet. I keep this whiteboard on there. I call that my workflow board. And as soon as I'm finished making this video, I will write my daily tasks on there. It's visual. I'm very visual. It helps me stay on target. So that's what that is. This file cabinet I picked up at a yard sale. It's solid wood. It's really good quality. I paid $10 for it. And here's what I use it for. This is all my 8.5 by 11 colored cardstock. And I was a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator for a very short period of time, collected a lot of beautiful cardstock, and this way it's in these hanging file folders that my sister, who knows my scroungy ways, salvaged for me when her office was changing out their file folder system. So I have everything labeled by the name, and when I need cardstock, it's very quick. This second drawer has the rest of my colored cardstock, and then stickers, ephemera bits, stuff from when I was on Crafty Secrets, and empty file folders that I've kept in case I need them. And on the bottom is just boring business record files. So that's that. I want to come over here to the closet of shame and kind of give you this tour. But before we do that, here's a good idea. This is another cart. And I use coupons. This was on sale like 60% off, and I had another coupon on top. And this is where I store most of my embellishments, in this little cart. And this is my smaller spellbinder machine. I'm on the Tammy Tutterow design team, and Tammy generously, Spellbinders, donated a machine to each of us. So thank you, Tammy. It's a fabulous machine. I keep the big one over there because I use it all the time. This is a magnetic board, and this is where I keep all my Sizzix movers and shapers dies, because again, I can see them and they don't get stuck in a drawer. And then each of these drawers is organized, right? Okay. So I have all these bits and pieces. These wooden boxes, Prima and Kaiser Craft, both package wooden icons in these little boxes, and I've saved them over the years, and they're wonderful for storage. When I ran out of those, I went to the dollar store, which is a great place, and they have these nifty little plastic bins with lids. You get 12 of them for $1. So I also keep things sorted here. And again, because I'm visual, I love that I can just come over here, open these drawers, and very quickly see what I have. I find that it helps me to use it. So that's a great idea for storage. And then that brings us to the closet of shame, number 1. And one of the reasons, besides the window, I loved this room because it had 2 closets. It's a little dark in here, but I think you can see. This is where I keep things that I don't use every day. I have my Spectrum Noir markers in there. I have other markers. I have bins of shells and things that I've collected from nature. I have items to alter in here. And then this is where I keep all my Graphic 45 Staples boxes that I use for design team projects. And then in here, this is a Darris card keeper. They're great for storage, and if you watch, they go on sale, so you can get them they're affordable when they go on sale. I keep a lot of my Gypsy Soul laser cuts, larger chippies in there. Down here is where I keep all my Tammy Tutterow in these card keepers, neat and organized. The white crate I use for photo staging. Right now it's got a giveaway package in it. And then on the bottom is all my clear acrylic stamps, all organized kind of by categories. And then on the very bottom are wooden boxes with items to alter. So that's that. And then again on the door, I'm going to back up So you can see another clear shoe organizer bag. And this is all my Gypsy Soul laser cuts. And I have them organized by category so that if I'm looking for something that has to do with birds, it's in a pocket and I can find it. And I love this because it doesn't take up any real space. It's space that would normally be wasted. So that's a really good tip. Then over here on my sewing table, I think we already talked about this. Did I show you my grandmother's button box? One of my treasures. I love that. And I keep larger metal pieces in there. And then on the top of these iris trays, one of the things I love is they have these little organizer. And these are jewelry bits that I pick up at estate sales and stuff. I keep a lot of my stuff from the Funky Junkie Boutique. She has wonderful embellishments, and I keep those in here. And again, I can find it, so I use it. And then I always have labels handy because I'm big on labeling. It means I can find everything. More graphic 45 papers, and those are all done in alphabetical order so that I can find them. I can't stand clutter and mess. I have a really busy mind, so I need a really organized workspace. So here's the closet of shame too. This one's more fun, I think. This is all non-graphic 45 papers, and everything again is labeled and stored. I bought all these plastic cropper hoppers on sale with coupons. I like these. They're really sturdy. I like these better than the pasteboard ones. They're sturdier. They're not as cute, but they're more functional. So I have everything stored by family. Like this is all my heartfelt creations. There's Tim Holtz over there. Up here I have October Afternoon and Authentique. Just organized. Then these little Sterlite containers are where I keep my Petaloo flowers. Sort them by color. So here I'm on the Petaloo design team, so here, and then also in this larger one below. And Heartfelt Creations, I have this plastic bin, and again, everything is just organized by number and by collection. And then over in the corner, some specialty papers. I love these cloth bins. I bought a bunch of them when they were on sale, and I put little labels on everything because they all look the same, which makes for uniformity, but hard to remember what's in there. So that way I can find things quickly. And on the bottom is where I keep all my packaging materials for my Etsy shop. So when I get an order, it's handy. And then on the back of this door, you guessed it, it's another shoe organizer. And here I have non-really reasonable ribbon organized. Some of these are vintage trims from my mom. And then punches. And I love keeping these punches in these pouches. And then on the bottom is where I keep my little extra helping thank you cards that I tuck in with my Etsy orders. I also keep my light box in here and set it up. So that's that. What else should we talk about for organization? We'll look at these bins over here real quickly. This is handy. Oh, these carts, I should show you this. These are cool. They're on casters. So they roll out, and I have all this awesome storage under my table. And that's where I keep my Etsy inventory. It's also where I put my seasonal papers. So like Thanksgiving paper, Halloween paper, Christmas paper that I don't use every day is in there. And let me see. Here's more bins. And like this is all graphic 45 staples, metal staples and tags in this bin. So again, I need it, I pull it out, it's at my fingertips, it's organized, I can find it. If I can find it, I will use it. And let me see, let me back up. The cardstock there is the cream, white, ivory, craft, and black that I use all the time for matting. And as you can see, my workstation is here. That's right there, again, at my fingertips. So here's another thing that I like to do. These baskets picked up at yard sales. One has spools of ribbon, one has bubble mailers for my Etsy shop. These are fruit boxes. These had pears in them. And I painted the front with black chalkboard paint. And this is where I keep my distress paints. And I don't have fancy storage, but it's really sturdy and functional, and it fits my shelving. And I figured if I wasn't spending a fortune on storage, I could buy more distress paint, which that was an easy choice. So what I did when I put these in here was I just painted the tops of the caps, and then I can find things quickly, which is key for me. And then beside it, this is distress stains. And then these are my tattered angel mist. These are clementine boxes. You know how in the wintertime they have these really cool wooden crates with clementines? Don't throw them out. They are wonderful. They're super sturdy. And again, I just painted the front with black chalkboard paint to kind of unify it. I didn't paint the sides, see, lazy girl, but time was short. So this is where I keep all my mists. Then these are little booklets from Crafty Secrets. And then this is probably the messiest area in my studio, but these are specialty papers. This is like watercolor paper, canvas paper, smooth cardstock. The stuff you have to use for different types of mixed media projects. And these all live here along with my Tim Holtz stencils. And there's a Wendy Becky stamp. Sometimes if I'm working on a current project, this is also where I keep my mini Misty, which I wasn't sure I was going to spend the money on this, but I'm really glad I did. It's an awesome tool, and I got that at the Funky Junkie Boutique. So again, this is near my workstation, so it's handy. This is all mixed media, chalks, paints, gelatos, watercolor pencils, color pencils, an extra craft sheet for when a friend comes over or the grandgirls come over. This is old and it's falling apart, but I love it. My daughter made this for me many years ago for Christmas, and as you can see, I keep brads and embellishments and bits and pieces in here, and I'll probably never get rid of it no matter how decrepit it looks because I'm a little sentimental. In here is where I keep all my tape runners, replacements. This is glue and glue sticks. So that's in there. And again, I've labeled all of these, see? So I know this is bags. And I have little bags, I have paper bags, I have crafting bags, I have all kind of bags in there. This is empty plastic bags that I use when I'm working with a collection. I'll put the scraps. I label things by scraps. Here's all my Tim Holtz goodies. So everything is in these quick and easy pull-out bins. This is all different tags. And I keep these handy because here's a tip. If I'm making a mixed media project, I keep these tags handy and I mop up the extra ink that's on my craft sheet rather than throw it away. Why throw it away? Just grab a tag, put the ink on it, and you can come back later and make a project with it. I think that's about it. I don't think I've forgotten anything. If I have, I guess it's too bad. But this is just how I made the most of this small space. It was challenging for me. I went from having a really huge room with almost unlimited storage. But I love this space. I love how handy everything is. I love that I can find everything. I hope I've shared some tips with you that you can use today in your own small studio space. And thank you for joining me. This is Kathy by Design, Kathy Clement, signing off. And go get your craft on.